Welcome back, Josie, Sports Nation fans. If you haven't already, definitely hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and also hit that notification bell so you can see when my videos are coming out. What I want to talk about today is Antonio Brown trying to audition for another team. And I typically watch Skip Bayless and Shannon Sharpe. I do like their takes. There's a couple times when I like the interactions in between those guys when they're arguing, and Skip Bayless really takes an issue when it comes to really people he loves, like Michael Jordan, Tom Brady, and the Cowboys. He'll go off on those teams if you talk about those teams or the person he called the GOAT. And Shannon Sharpe, he does very well on the show, and he does not like Antonio Brown. I don't think he likes those prima donna athletes like that. So, he's old school, 1990s when he was playing, and he's always been a leader on the team. Goofy, but I digress. Now, I want to talk about this issue. I'm gonna play a clip from inserted from his show where he basically goes off on Antonio Brown for trying to get on the Ravens roster. And Lamar Jackson actually went to Twitter and said some good things about it. And I'm gonna play this clip, and then I will give you my 2 cents right after this clip. Check this out.
Hopefully the Ravens are smart enough. They've coached against him. They've seen him behave in a manner on their very field in which he wasn't getting a whole lot of throws and he was throwing water coolers on the field. Yeah. Hopefully they saw that. He's everything they don't, he's nothing like the Ravens culture. I would like to think I'm a part of that culture that was really established in 2000 and kept going with Ray Lewis and Ed Reed and Suggs and all these guys, Jonathan Ogden, and have carried on up until this day. He's the antithesis of what a Raven should be. He is. Skip, because guess what? You might not get 5 targets in a game, let alone catch 5 passes. Is he going to be okay with that? No. Mark Andrews is Lamar Jackson's favorite receiver. He is. Favorite target.
No doubt.
So now what happens when Mark Andrews get 10 targets, AB get 3? You know he going to act up. And I get Lamar Jackson showing support from his South Floridian brother. I get all of that.
Yep.
But if I'm the Ravens, I'm staying far away from Antonio Brown. Skip, if he couldn't be happy with the marksman that Tom Brady is, with the locker room that they had, what makes you think he's going to be happy in Baltimore? Tom threw it 40 plus times a game. They run it 40 times a game.
They do.
Man, look, hopefully Ozzie and John Harbaugh, Steve Bisciotti, Eric, hopefully they stay away from this situation. This will not end well. Name the situation in AB's career that's ended well. Okay, that's a small sample size. Okay, I'm gonna give you a big sample size. Pittsburgh, Oakland, New England, Tampa. That's 4. He's only played on 4 teams. How the hell you get unceremoniously released from 4 different teams?
Yep.
Skip, it's all about relationships. Why would you ruin that?
Yep.
You can't live on an island, Skip. And AB he's insulated himself. He's made it virtually impossible for somebody who wants to extend, because you did that to Tom. You rooting for Tom to lose after he embraced you. He like Pigpen, Skip.
Well, there is desperate times for desperate measures. You never know what teams will do when they're not playing well. Now, the Ravens didn't have a good season. They had a good first half of the season. Then Lamar Jackson went down. But prior to him going down, they struggled a lot. I think a lot of people have film on them, and they kind of figured out Lamar Jackson, if you will. So he's going to have a lot of training to do this off season. His throws was not that great. They wasn't accurate, and I believe this year he was thinking run first, pass second. Now, this would not be a good fit for Antonio Brown. He typically wants to be the number one receiver. That's who he is. And right now, they already have Mark Andrews, who he caught 107 catches for 1,300 yards and 9 touchdowns. And then you have Marquise Brown, which caught 91 catches for 1,000 yards, 11.1 yards per catch, and 6 touchdowns. So when he decides to, let's say he did play for this team, he will get he will start complaining about the coach, about Lamar, because he don't care about anybody but himself if he's not getting enough balls. That's exactly what he did when he was with the Pittsburgh Steelers. When he got all the balls from Ben Roethlisberger, he didn't complain. But when Juju came about and Juju had that first good year as a rookie, he started complaining. He started saying that the team was against them. Mike Tomlin, which a lot of people say that Mike Tomlin is the people's coach, the players' coach, and he disrespected him, embarrassed him in front of national TV. And Pittsburgh Steelers, Rooney's got him out of there. He was so happy. He ran across the field and was so excited about leaving them on social media. He goes to John Gruden, act like he was his friend, and then he played them as well. Then he said, oh man, Tom Brady's my guy. So he goes to New England, get kicked off that team for some alleged domestic abuse. He has no team. Tom Brady goes down south. And, Tom Brady always wanted to play with a great receiver, picks him up again, and there goes the shenanigans again. So he really don't care about anybody. Allegedly, according to TMZ, Antonio Brown said that they tried to pay him $200,000 to see, get some help, some mental help. And he's putting them on blast. He put Tom Brady on blast. Why would he want to go to Baltimore? Why would Baltimore want to pick them up if they wasn't desperate? Now, it would be such a disaster again because Tampa Bay, they threw 60% of the time and they ran 37% of the time. Now, Baltimore Ravens is a totally different ball game. They throw 42% of the time and they run 57% of the time. So he would not be a happy camper there. And he would destroy the integrity of the Baltimore Ravens, what they're trying to build right now. And it will be a huge mistake to pick him up. And so he's going to continue to troll, but I think his career is over. Only team I think will probably try him and pick him up may be the Dallas Cowboys, but they don't tolerate anything when you sign up for them. They don't tolerate it. One of my favorite players, Terrell Owens, he got cut after he tried that shenanigans with, Witten and Romo, and they got rid of him. So, what you think about Antonio Brown? Trying to recruit his next team that he's going to destroy? Leave a comment below, and I will see you on the next video.